It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello and welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Southtown Star newspaper, and we are at the Beggar's Pizza location in Richton Park, right on Governor's Highway, just off of Sauk Trail. Good times here, folks. A lot of laughs prior to the taping here. So we got a great show for you tonight. Obviously, it's McDipper time. Mark Hotman, tournament director, athletic director at Rich South. He will be our guest. We'll be talking all things McDipper 42. Great field to be had. December 26th, 27th, 29th, 30th is the championship, 7 o'clock at Rich South High School. Talking all things McDipper. We may have a special guest on for you as well. Maybe not in a speaking engagement, but you're going to get to see the great Mrs. Blue Island, Nan Aducci. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. Remember, $25 gift card. They hook you up with a $5 complimentary gift card at Beggar's Pizza. All right, we'll be back. Mark Hotman will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a pepperoni sausage, green peppers and onions. Don't forget the extra cheese, large pizza. Oh, by the way, I also make house calls. Beggar's Pizza, we lay it on thick.
At Standard Bank, we help our neighbors make tomorrow brighter. Families count on us for personal service and banking convenience. Business owners find smart solutions and the resources to capitalize on new opportunities. It's one thing to locate in a community, quite another to invest in it. That's what we do at Standard Bank. We're people you know, services that make your life easier, and financial strength you can count on. We're Standard Bank, in your neighborhood.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, McDipper 42 time. Our guy, Mark Hotman, is our guest. Hoppy, how's it going, my man?
I'm very good. Thanks for having me again, Pat.
You got a little bit better, too, because you got a nice sausage pizza.
Yes.
Sampler platter.
Yeah, impressive. Always impressive. Yeah, always impressive.
Loaded nachos.
Yes, and I haven't eaten all day either, so it's going to be a tough interview.
We're going to get through it, though, Hoppy. We're going to get through it, my man. All right, so McDipper 42, the field, spectacular. What are your thoughts here?
For the first time in my memory, we have almost the same field back from last year. The team from Naples, Florida is not back this year. They have said they might want to come every other year. So this year I have 15 teams from last year, and then the Class A state champion Marquette Catholic from Indiana, which should add a nice flavor to the tournament. We met them the other night, and they're a really class act, so I'm looking forward to that. And we have some outstanding matchups. Hales, I would say at this point, is a little bit above everybody else, at least when we did our seeding. Most of our coaches thought Hales would be the #1 team coming into the tournament. But after Hales, you have a lot of parity. So some of these first-round games in the quarters will be interesting to follow. And, you know, we've seen upsets before. Hales is going to have to play. So. Yep,
no doubt. Marion Catholic coming off their two-time defending McDipper champions. Do you see a three-peat in the making here? Or,
the Tyler Eulis era is over, and he's doing great at Kentucky. I'm glad to see that. But I think Marion will probably not repeat. They'll give a good effort because you know, Mike Taylor was a good coach before Tyler Eulis showed up, and he'll be a good coach afterwards, but that was one very special player, so I don't expect them to end up on championship night.
Yeah, and they've been hit a little bit by the injury bug, so I'm kind of with you in that. But, you know, our good buddy Tom Capel, long-time Hillcrest coach, now he's at Crete Monique. What did he do to deserve a first-round matchup with the two-time defending McDipper champs, Marian Catholic? They're still Marian Catholic, you know what I mean? They got a big following. I'm sure they got a lot of people there. And if they win that game, he's probably going to get Thornton, who I believe is the team that's going to win this thing. I think Thornton's going to win it all. What would you guys do to Cappy? He went through a lot of. It's been a tough year for Cappy.
Yeah, he's had a stressful year. We thought rather than perhaps having him at the dinner and showing him in the brackets, we should send him a registered letter with the bracket in it, because he's had some recent experience with those registered letters. But he has 9 lives. He's had a lot of stress during the off season. I think this is a fair game for them, the Marian game, the first game, and then we'll see what they can do. Coming in, I think they've got 2 or 3 losses.
They're 5-3.
They don't quite know where they are yet, but I'm sure they'll develop. And after all, Cap's a Hall of Famer with over 500 wins, so he'll do well.
He'll do well. You know, one of his players is Derek Rose's nephew. He's a sophomore over there, so just make sure if Derek Rose happens to show up at the McDipper, you got kind of guide him in. We don't want him to trip or anything, fall at the McDipper, and then he's out for any extended period of time.
I think the probability of D. Rose being there is pretty low.
But,
but I have plenty of security and other things on hand just to make sure that doesn't happen.
Just in case, okay. And then there's the host team. Your Stars are off to a great start. I think you're 5-2, right?
We're 5-2. We literally could be 7-0. We lost by 4 to a pretty good Joliet West team in their Thanksgiving tournament. And then we went down to Kankakee, and just offensively, we made so many mistakes. We did beat Ridge Central pretty soundly last Friday night.
Yeah.
Our defense is a swarming defense, and it'll keep us in most games. Our big issue is who's going to score with the basketball, so we'll see what happens. Again, but we don't have an easy first-round game. The King team is not a bad ball club, so we're going to have to play to win.
And you're playing at 7 o'clock on the opening night.
Correct.
Do you expect Landon Sonny Cox to make an appearance? You know, the former great King coach.
Yeah, I doubt it. But Coach Ball will definitely be there. I like what he's done with their program.
Yep. They're back. They're actually looking better.
They look like they're heading in a positive direction, and we're very glad to have them in the tournament.
And folks, that is a good game. And the Stars, you know, Scott Ritter does a great job. And you guys got one of the, you know, he's not really a big man, but he plays like a big man, and Jeremy Ruffin, who crashes the board, a lot of intensity, and you got Dedrick Shannon Jr. transfer. So you guys got some definite pieces.
Jeremy's leading the area in rebounding. I think he's averaging some incredible amount of rebounds, 15 to 17 a game. Got 17 Friday night again.
Yeah,
he just has a nose for the basketball. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time, and good kid.
Yep. Let's talk about admission. You guys got anything going here? What's the price? And I know you guys generally have like a multi-game package too.
Yeah, we sell our tickets by session. On the first 2 days, each session is $5. On the third and fourth day, the first session is $5. And then for the semis and the championship game, we are raising prices this year to $7 per session, which is still a great bargain. As I was telling people the other night, we had a band concert at Ridge South. They charged $7 for the band concert. To see 2 Dipper semis in the final, I think $7 is a fair price. We haven't raised prices in about 7 or 8 years, so the way the economy is, we're just feeling the need for those 3 ball games.
Yeah.
We need to raise that price.
Yeah, and you know, past years with the $5, you guys had standing room only crowds, and I don't think the extra $2 is going to, you know, kill anybody. That's for sure, right?
I doubt it.
All right, folks, we're going to go to Elisa Thomas Salon Time Out. Remember, stocking stuffer along with Beggar's Pizza gift card. Elisa Thomas Salon, you buy $125 worth of gift cards, you get $25 voucher. All right, so nice stocking stuffer. All right, we're going to go to Elisa Thomas Salon Time Out. We return more with the man Mark Hoffman. We're talking McDipper 42. Stay tuned.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed, only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
If you're looking for delicious barbecue in the Southland, no one does it better than Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. Stop in and try our mouth-watering ribs, tender piled-high pulled pork sandwich with homemade chips, or a perfecta combo in our year-round indoor-outdoor patio. Having a special get-together, Bona Pit offers a party room for up to 100 people. Want to watch the big game? Fans can do so on one of our many flat-screen TVs and enjoy $10 domestic bucket specials every Sunday. Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. No one does barbecue better. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we are at the Beggar's Pizza location in Richmond Park. Our guest, Mark Hopman, Grand Poobah of McDipper 42. Hoppy, this is a kind of a monumental year for McDipper.
Historic.
Right? It's historic.
For the only the first time in McDipper's 42-year history, we have named a honorary tournament manager that we've named once before.
So a repeat.
Nancy Aducey is the first repeat honorary tournament manager, and probably will be for the history of the tournament, in recognition of the fact that she has served under all three Rich South athletic directors, and she's the thread that holds together the tournament for all these years. She certainly deserves this honor, and as a special kind of a tribute, we've named the court after her. So you'll notice when you walk in the gymnasium, there will be decals on each end zone, and it'll be Nancy A. Aducey Court for the 4 days of the tournament.
That's big time. But very deserving.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's excellent. What she does for the hospitality room, tremendous, and the fact that she's your secretary at Rich South, putting up with you, and all those things. Plus, and I would say most importantly, she's the former Miss Blue Island, which is a big key.
Yeah, well, Charlie and Marilyn, they're probably watching at home right now, Pat. Yeah. And by the way, this is not the Coach's Corner. They call it the Pat Disabato Show.
Well,
so next to Jimmy Fallon and Conan, there's the Pat Disabato Show. So I'm sure they're watching tonight and thrilled that finally their daughter's on camera, but very, very much deserving. And the Southland basketball community knows Nan quite well, and will be very pleased by this honor.
She is the most hugged person in probably Southland history.
That is true. That is true.
And they line up. Believe me, they line up, some of these guys, right? And for good reason, that's for sure. All right, I got to say hi to the Kirschmarys. They're the best.
Still getting along there
in
Blue Island. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That was always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. All right. 9 a.m., first game, December 26th. It all starts. However, you got a little bit of a new sponsor, right? You got the Jordan.
Well, actually, yes, but they're joining us in 2015.
Oh, okay.
So this year it's pretty standard in terms of the floor. Although I think you'll see that we've done some special things this year with McDonald's on our home floor that are quite different. But next year, yes, I think fans can anticipate something really special happening. The Jordan brand is joining us, and there will be a separate room for some of the kids' activities that they have planned, and then they will completely seal and cover the floor. It'll give the floor, well, actually the floor will be white. Yeah, which is, if you've been in our gymnasium, as most of our fans have, that'll be a totally different look for us.
That is going to be cool.
But we are looking forward to that. So it's quite an honor for the tournament that the Jordan brand wants to be associated with us, and that will happen in 2015.
Wow. The best holiday tournament just continues to get better, which leads me to, why does this thing continue to thrive, Hoppy?
Well, one thing is, and it's hard for me to explain this, but we have a family atmosphere. We're the only major tournament around that has a dinner to introduce its brackets, and we have officials, coaches, administrators are there. We have this fantastic hospitality room where everybody gathers on a daily basis and can share memories and things with each other. The crowd's right up on our floor. We don't have one of those stadium environments where you feel separated from the players and what's going on. You're right up there. It's a small kind of when we move in those temporary bleachers, it's a kind of a cooker environment, something that you'd see out of Hoosiers, and so I think that's the dynamic. We are also benefiting, I have to tell you, Pat, from the what's going on with the Proviso tournament, which is not, in my view, a very positive thing.
Right.
I've gotten my phone last May started ringing off the hook. Next year's tournament, the 2015 tournament, the field of teams could literally be unbelievable. So that's why I'm even considering at this point kind of putting off my retirement for a year and maybe sticking around for Dipper 2015, which could be something.
So can you throw us a bone? Can you throw us a little bit of a bone here? What do we think? Is it like an impact local team?
Well, I can only tell you that I've had inquiries from 2 high-impact local teams, and I've had an inquiry from Texas from Brandon Thomas, the former Seton coach, who has an outstanding program now in Texas that may be coming up for the tournament. So 2015 could be a kind of a seminal moment in Dipper history.
Wow. I'm looking forward to that. So you'll probably know that right after the first year, you think?
Yes, I would think so. I would think by early spring, March, somewhere in there, we'll have the 16 teams tied up.
So folks, realize that day 1, December 26th, you've got 8 games beginning at 9 in the morning, and the last game tips off at 8:30 at night. So you got a full day of great basketball, some great matchups, which you'll be seeing on the screen right now. But Hoppy, this is going to be tremendous, man. This is
and we haven't talked about some of these other great. We talked a little bit about Hales, but there's Bolingbrook.
Yep.
Leo looks to be better this year. There's Thornton. Joliet Central's undefeated coming in. Well, I don't know what they'll do this weekend.
They took one on the chin to Amber Friday. But yeah.
But I mean, you've got some phenomenal teams coming in. Our quarterfinals and those semifinals should be really very good basketball.
Yeah, and I mean, Rich East has stumbled a little bit here, and they get the newcomer Marquette Catholic, but Rich East is a very talented team.
Yeah, they are a talented team. Marquette Catholic, you would think after a state championship they'd be down. I'm not so sure that's true in an environment where you have a 30-mile radius to recruit from.
Right.
Well, that's only the Illinois barrier. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is in Indiana. Maybe maybe they can get somebody from southern Indiana. Who knows?
Maybe you could cross states, go to Kentucky or something. Who knows? I don't know. But it's going to be tremendous, folks. So December 26th, 27th, 29th, 30th. Get out to Rich South High School, McDipper 42. Say hi to Mark Hotman. Say hi to Nancy Aducci. That's a lot of fun to be had. Some great basketball and a lot of great local teams and a lot of history. So I'm taking Thornton. You want to go on a limb here?
Yeah, we'll bet a Beggar's Pizza for George.
Okay.
I'll take Hales.
You're taking Hales.
Yeah.
Okay. And we might invite Al Macy. We can get him out of his dungeon in the basement?
Yeah, well, if we get the feds to let us know where he is.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. All right, folks, we are going to an athletics timeout. When we return, I will have text bowl question of the week, players of the week, coach of the week, a lot of good stuff. Stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Since 1970, Standard Bank & Trust has been a landmark at the corner of 95th and Western. Now there's a new, state-of-the-art Standard Bank at the same convenient location and better equipped to serve your needs. So stop by and meet our friendly, professional staff. They provide personalized service and a wide range of products to help both businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. In the Evergreen Park area and in communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, we're your neighborhood bank. Learn more at standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'd like to thank Mark Hotman, our South Athletic Director, and McDipper 42 Tournament Director for being our guest. We are going to go with the Standard Bank text poll question of the week. Answer correctly, chance to win a $50 gift card, compliments of Standard Bank right in time for the holidays. All right, McDipper flavored right here, folks. Which team won the first McDipper, back then the Big Dipper, in 1973? All right, which team? Text A for Bishop McNamara, B for Rich South, C for Thornton. All right, text the answer to 708-365. 8501, texter number 3 with the correct response. Texter number 3 wins that $50 gift card. Compliments of Standard Bank. Good luck. Results segment sponsored by Athletics, Sports, and Rehabilitation. Our good buddy Tom Mulvey. All right, game I was at Friday night at Thornton. Wildcats took it to Thornridge. Rocky Hill makes his much anticipated return to the Thornton gym. Falcons suffer a 61-33 loss, but always good to see Rocky Hill. For T. Ridge, Billy Randall, Fuad Ogunzai, and Chris King all had 9 points. Good to see T. Ridge bounce back Sunday and pick up a win, though. They're sitting at 3-6. For Thornton, Keandre Woods, 13 points. Patrick Rucker, 10 points. Brian Davis, 8 points. The Wildcats, they won out as well on Sunday. They are sitting at 5-1, and they're looking really good. I like those guys a lot. I think the Wildcats are going a long way this year. St. Rita 80, St. Joseph 61 for Rita. Charles Matthews 32 points, 8 boards. Armani Chaney 19 points, and Kane Harris, transfer from Morgan Park, he had 17. For St. Joe's, Jarvis Sutton had 9. Nick Rakasevic 8 points, 5 boards. The alma mater, Eisenhower 92, TF North 87. Cardinals are sitting 5-2 on the season. For North, Christian Johnson 20 points, 14 boards. Jalen Tribble, 17 points, 10 boards. Michael Williams at 15 points. For Ike, Vinny Curta, 19 points. Robert McCoy, 15 points. Khalil Williams, 15 points. For the Cardinals, who I think Friday host Tinley Park. Let's come back home with a win, get to 6-2, and have a Merry Christmas. Lamont 58, Oak Lawn 27. For Lamont, Nick Wiz, 14 points, 6 rebounds. Josh Rogers had a dozen. For Oak Lawn, Josh Prince, 10 points, and James Wiltsis, 8 points. Spartans struggling a little bit. Lamont looking good, and they're young. They're 5-2 on the season. The Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. This is a tough name. Sandberg's Tommy Tima Garantas. I think he's Greek. Scored 28 points to lead the Eagles to a 76-66 upset victory over Joliet Central Friday night. So that's a big win for Todd Allen's Eagles. We're going to hook Tommy up with a $25 gift card, compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook. And remember, stocking stuffer, buy $100 worth of Labriola Cafe gift cards. You know, buy 4 $25, buy 5 $20. They're going to hook you up with a $20 gift card, additional gift card. So that's pretty sweet. The Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week. Lincoln Way North girls basketball's Valen Mans scored 18 points to lead the Phoenix to a 57-18 win over Andrew. That is not right. 57-18, not looking good for the T-Bolts girls hoops team, but they'll bounce back. So we're going to hook up Valen Mans with a nice goodie bag, compliments of Lisa Thomas Salon, gift card, shirt, product, all kinds of good stuff. The Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse Coach of the Week. How about St. Lawrence boys basketball coach Jimmy Malley? First year on the job as the Vikings at 6-1 on the season. That 6 wins matches their victory total all of last season. So that's what you get when you hire a good coach. So Jimmy, we're going to hook you up. Nice little $25 gift card. Compliments of Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse. Best barbecue on the south side. All right, we're going to wrap this segment up.
No show for 2 weeks.
Oh, well, I should mention that. Good job. It's good to see my guy Gerard Grabowski on his game today. Remember, folks, we are going to go on hiatus like we generally do for 2 weeks during the holidays, so no Coach's Corner show the next 2 weeks. We will be back on Wednesday, January 7th. Same bat time, same bat channel. So I may as well say have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year right now. Yours truly will be spreading some holiday cheer throughout the island, beginning on Friday, because I will be on vacation until the 27th, so it'll be all good in the island. All right, folks, we are going to a Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. When we return, high and tight, and if you're George Carpenter and you're watching this, you want to stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
If you're in the mood for some of the finest barbecue in the Southland, then Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights is a place for you and your family. Whether it's ribs, chicken, brisket, pulled pork, or any other barbecue favorites, Bona Pit serves up a flavor explosion in a championship form. We also offer steaks, seafood, sandwiches, a mouth-watering nachos platter, and salads in a casual atmosphere, with the option of either dining inside or on our heated patio. Watch the big game in our full-service bar, or call ahead for pickup. Bona Pit in Palos Heights. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Remember, we're at the Beggar's Pizza location in Richton Park, right on Governor's Highway. It's a double-pronged high and tight for you. First off, at the Thornridge-Thornton game Friday, gym's half full. What is the deal there? I mean, where are these fans? Thornton, rich tradition. Napoleon Harris was there. Robert McCoy, the old Bloom great, he was there. Townsend Orr was there. But in terms of, a lot of star power, but the lack of fans in general, Rocky Hill coming back first time as a head coach, I mean, that's huge in a half-filled arena. So we got to get the word out to the young kids about Thornton, the tradition. I mean, there's no better gym in the Southland than Thornton's Gymnasium. It's awesome. So, and then the other one, I don't know if you folks remember George Carpenter, also known as the notorious B.I.G.U.N. Used to be a cameraman on the show. Back in the Star Sports Beat days, he was the guy. He was our director, producer, jack of all trades. Haven't seen him in a few years. He's moved to Indianapolis. He lets us know, though, he was in town. He was at this Beggar's Pizza location on Sunday, 3 o'clock, picks up a pizza, and he doesn't even let Gerard or myself know about it. We could have a holiday, cocktail with him, shared a pizza with him, and he doesn't let us know. That ain't right, Carpy. That is not right. However, he does hook us up online. He is on our website. The notorious B.I.G.U.N. is the man. All right, folks, listen, have a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We will see you back here in a couple weeks. Take it easy.